Hey everybody, my name is Alfie Hansen and this is 1 Month iOS. We are about to embark on a magical journey creating a brand new iOS application from scratch, everything from start to finish. And the app that we're going to create is a to-do list application which allows users to add and remove items from a to-do list. And that to-do list will persist across sessions, which basically means I can edit or add items to a to-do list. I can quit the app, I could restart my device, I could open up the app again, and my list will still be there. So part of this course is about, what does it take to build out the user interface and the app architecture around something like a to-do list app. But part of it also is about honing in on specifically how do we store information on the device locally. How do we store that so we have access to it later on? Let's say the user kills their application. We want to make sure to restore the application to the state that it was in before the user killed it. So that's it. We're going to build a nifty little to-do list app, and I'd like to show you that really quickly before we dive in. We've got Xcode open here. We're working in Xcode 7, Swift 2.0, iOS 9. And I'm just going to run the app here to launch it in the simulator, and this is what I see. I've got an empty list because I haven't added any items to it. It's got a navigation bar with a title and 2 buttons here. I can click the plus button if I want to add an item, if I want to allow the user to input a new to-do list item. I could also decide to cancel. Let's say I thought I wanted to add something. I realized I didn't. But if I do want to add something, let's say I want to enter buy groceries. I can enter that text here on the keyboard, and I can hit done, or I can just hit return. And that item entry view will disappear, and your new item will appear in your list. Let's say I want to add one more item. Let's see. Go swimming. It's really hot out. I really wish I could go swimming today. But it's probably going to rain. Anyway, so I've got 2 items here. I can also, in addition to kind of scrolling on these guys, I can hit edit, and I can remove items from my list. I can hit done, and let's say I want to quit the application. Let's say I want to remove it completely from the multitasking area. So I've just killed all apps. I want to open it up again, and there we go. We see the contents of my list as they existed before I quit the app. So this is the application that we're going to build. We're going to focus on functionality first, and we're going to focus on look and feel second. So we saw a nice pink splash screen that appeared when we launched the application. We noticed that the application does not have an app icon here. We're going to circle back around and add that stuff once we've completed sort of the basic set of functionality that we want the user to have access to. So the code that we're going to write will be written in Xcode, obviously. And it's going to be distributed across a couple of different files here. 3, 4, 6, about 9 files. We're going to make 2 view controllers. One is called to-do list view controller, and one is called add item view controller. And we've, of course, got our app delegate, which is sort of the controller for the life cycle of our application. And we're going to create some caching functionality. And what I mean when I say cache is it's basically a synonym for storing something locally on the device. Just the way that you save files on your computer, like so. I recorded a video a minute ago. I saved it in Finder. When we say cache on an iOS device, or we want to save something locally, we're basically saving something to the file system there that we can retrieve later on or open up later on. So we're going to make 2 view controllers, and we're going to look at 2 different mechanisms for storing data locally on the device. All told, all told, this will probably be, I'd say, less than 500 lines of code. Which is not bad. It might even be significantly less than that. We might be close to like 300 lines of code. So don't be too intimidated. There's a lot of white space in there too. Anyway, with that said, let's dive in. Looking forward to it.